I'm Brittney Saunders.
And I'm all right. Hey, and this is High Scrollers, the podcast version of your favourite group chat.
We've been sharing our lives online for over 10 years, so who better to catch you up on everything that's going viral?
Oh, plus we talk a lot about ourselves too.
Coming up on this episode,
we are talking about the TikTok ban. The Americans were kicked off. They're back.
They were having a meltdown.
Oh my gosh, it was mayhem for about 4.5 hours.
Yeah, we slept through most of it.
We tell you all about it.
And we have, well, actually two, but one main TV show that you need to see. And it's unexpected as well, but it's a must watch.
It'll change your life. Deal me in dough. Let's go.
Bart Simpson's had a glow up. Bart, you've had a tan.
Give it a bloody rest. Not you starting already with the workplace bullying. First proper episode back for the year.
Wait, I got to say what I got to say.
What do you got to say?
Good morning, Matthew, even though it's 12:05.
Good morning, my darling, and hello, scrollers.
Hello.
Welcome back. We have genuinely missed you. We just had a bit of a moment here in the studio and we were like, God, it's good to be back.
It is. Even though we've had episodes coming out every week, like we haven't technically had a break, we had a break. They were all pre-recorded, as you all know, but this is our first official in real-time episode. So when you're listening to this when it comes out, it's like not even 24 hours earlier that we're recording it.
Yeah, legit.
So we're in real time. We're back for 2025 and we're ready.
And I'm feeling good.
Oh, good.
I'm feeling good about 2025 in general.
That's
it has a good energy about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think, at the start of every year, we kind of like go into the year and we're like, this is going to be my year. Here we go. It's going to be a great year. And everybody like has a good sense. But I think you lose that after the first couple of days of the new year.
Yeah.
And that sense and that feeling goes away. I still have that. I'm still feeling like this year's going to be a really good year.
Well, I'll tell you what, throughout like the Christmas and New Year period, like as everyone knows, AJ and I had time off for the first time ever in the history of Fate.
Mm-hmm.
And it felt like a month for me because like
Nice.
I've never had 2 weeks off work at Fate ever. Never, ever, ever. But I was actually getting a bit overwhelmed with like, because I was on TikTok a lot just scrolling, and I was getting overwhelmed with like everyone's, New Year's ins and outs, the 75 hard challenges starting, New Year's, because everyone's doing the like bingo card this year where you like make a bingo card and then you fucking put a picture over the top of it and whatever. And I was feeling like overwhelmed by that in the holidays because I think this is the first year where I'm just like, fuck it, I just want to just go into the year and just see what gets thrown at me.
Have no expectations.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, fuck, now I should do 75 hard and fucking do this, that and the other because I saw everyone else doing it. And then I'm like, you know what, girls? You don't have to.
No.
You can just go into the new year same as last year.
Oh my God, can't imagine anything worse than a 75 hard challenge. Honestly.
Well, there's like 75 soft and all this. And then I'm like, oh, fuck, do I need to do that?
Yeah, I could do a 75 soft depending on what it is. I don't know.
I think you can just make it up and make it whatever you want.
As long as it's not a diet, as long as it's not restrictive or I've got to force myself to do things, like I feel like my year of health might have been a bit of a 75 soft. I just kind of like set realistic expectations and goals and that sort of stuff. But can't imagine doing anything like that. Could never be me.
I just want to say to everyone, it's okay to just like keep going into the new year as if though nothing's different because let's be honest, nothing is different. It's just another week. It's all the same.
It's true.
You've had a bit of a transformation though. Your hair is streaked and blonde.
Well, that's always been the case, actually.
I think it's the spray tan.
I think it's the spray tan has brought out the blonde.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen the video on my social media, I got a spray tan. Look, things went a little bit wrong. It was in an automatic machine. I forgot to turn around. And so the back of me is a little white, but the front of me is overglowing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've got the nails as well. We're now getting our little manicures and builder in a bottle on the nails, which with the nail art, I'm loving that. Speaking of 75 hard, I've signed up at the gym. I'm going to the gym now again for the first time in like 5 years. I spoke a little candidly about it on TikTok, just about my feelings about going back to the gym as someone who only really ever went to the gym to lose weight, which is now at this point in my life not something that I'm interested in or care about. I don't care about the way that I look we've spoken about that a lot on this podcast. You already should know. But this year I really want to work on my strength and become a bit stronger. I have no upper body strength at all. And so if I remember one time actually I got booked to do a shoot with Disney and I got there and they wouldn't tell me what I had to do because that was part of the video. And it was to promote like Guardians of the Galaxy or something.
Yeah.
And anyway, I got there. I had to rock climb. That was what I was getting paid to go there and do and make the video out of.
By the way, rock climbing is so fucking hard.
Oh, and I was like much bigger than I am right now and I had zero fitness at all. And I was like trying to do the rock climbing and I was telling them, I'm sorry, I actually physically cannot do this. And they're like, but you have to.
Do you have
this
any
is
videos
the job.
of that?
Yeah, for sure. And
I want to see it.
I just was like, it was just so bizarre to me. So I've never had any upper body strength. So I'd like to have a bit more upper body strength. When I was moving house, oh my God, picking up a box 5 kilos heavy, I was like, bloody hell.
You come and do a shift in the Fate warehouse.
No,
that's a good exercise.
That's the thing I don't think I ever could. So that's something I want to work on. I obviously am not worried about the aesthetics of it. I'm not trying to get big muscles and things like that. I'm just trying to improve my strength
I think I've said this on the pod before, but like I will sometimes on my FYP or whatever see like, you know, really fit strong girls that lift all the weights and whatever and they have the tripod in the gym and like even though like you're not all about that, all about the looks, like I can really admire people that literally, I think we've said this, like that have a sculpted body. I'm like, that takes a certain amount of determination and they look fucking good. Like especially when I see like a really strong gal and she's in a little booty shorts and a fucking bra and she's got like muscles on her legs and her back's and she's got like a 6-pack. I'm like, fucking yeah, I wish that could be me. That's never going to be me because that requires 100% like determination and commitment.
Yeah.
The way you're eating and everything is going to make you look that way.
Yeah.
And I don't have that kind of effort.
No.
I don't.
I think you've got enough projects going on. That,
yeah. I might do a bodybuilding comp. You know what? Let's fucking do it. Yeah. No, I couldn't.
Fair enough. Well, I did want to set the tone for the year.
Okay.
And apologise to you for something.
What?
Because I actually have said something on this podcast in 2024 that I now really, I don't know if regret is the right word.
I'm scared.
But basically, you made a statement here on this podcast and I refuted that statement. I said, you're wrong. You could not be more wrong. And I think I insinuated that you just were a little out of the loop with what was going on in the situation. So, last year, we were talking about pop girls, Charlie XCX, Sabrina Carpenter, all the rest of it. And I was saying, I was naming all the main pop girls. You then brought up Tate McRae. And I went, no. You said she's going to be the next Brittney Spears. I went, no, don't be stupid, Tate McRae. No, I mean, she's good. She's lovely. She's doing a good job. But she's not up there with the other main pop girlies. Well, I'm here to say I apologise for shutting your theory down. And I am sorry about that because she actually is one of the hottest things right now.
Yeah.
And especially over the summer, I really noticed like her just taking off and really the new music she's bringing out has taken her to that next level. She's got that new song that's about to drop. We've heard the snippets for Sports Car.
TikTok.
That is like a Pussycat Dolls buttons moment. I can see that's going to be another espresso moment, I imagine. And so you were right. And, you've always been this type of person. We've been friends for, over 10 years now. You've always been this type of person that will make a statement like that is so rogue. And you'll go, this is what's going to happen. And I go, and everyone else goes, no, Brittney, you don't know what you're talking about. No, you're just playing silly buggers. And then lo and behold, you are one of those people who constantly gets to say, I fucking told you so.
I say this to my staff all the time. When am I ever wrong? When they're like, you know what, Britt, you were right about that. I'm like, when am I ever fucking wrong? Just saying. Well, you should be apologising to Tate McRae.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Tate McRae. I love her and always have loved her. And she's
Is she coming
great.
back here again? Because I know she was here last year.
Yeah, she was only just here not long ago.
If she comes back, we're going to have to try and get tickets.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I think everyone needs to watch Tate McRae this year.
Keep your eye on her and Addison too.
Yeah.
I reckon Addison is going to be Britney Spears in the Britney Spears biopic. I'm saying it now.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I reckon they're filming it, and I reckon that's why Addison Rae's so quiet on social media.
Oh, well, there you go.
But again, I haven't read that anywhere or anything, but I just think.
Okay.
That's my prediction again. Let's see.
Let's see what happens. God, you're skewing a bit Florence, doll.
Well, let's do our first Royal Flush of 2025, Matt.
Yep.
Please be upstanding for the Royal Flush.
What have you got? Oh, I can see what yours is.
Okay,
yours
yes.
is good too.
This is so good. Okay, I'm very excited about being back and doing Royal Flushes and all the rest of it. I don't know, I'm just in a very good mood today, everyone. I hope everyone is taking my infectious energy on board today. So, I have a new show that I think everybody needs to watch. Mm-hmm. It is on Amazon Prime, which I will say just quickly on Amazon Prime, the only reason I actually have Amazon Prime, the streaming service, is because I pay for Amazon, the delivery service.
Yeah.
So it's all included in one.
See, I think I've been an idiot. I think I have Amazon Prime on my phone, and then I think I signed up for like Amazon TV, and I think I've got 2 accounts going at once, so I need to look into that.
Okay. But basically, if you pay for Amazon, you get it included. You also get, I think, like potentially maybe an Audible or a Kindle subscription included. It's all included. I don't know how it works, but look into it. Basically, if you pay for Amazon, which is so worth it, everybody, especially if you live
I love Amazon.
If you live in a metropolitan area, it's so worth it. You get next day, sometimes same day delivery.
Oh, see, we don't get that in Newey.
Yeah, I know.
We get like. Think it's like not next day but the one after.
Yeah.
Like, or maybe some of the next day if you order by a certain time.
Yeah.
But it's still pretty good for Newey.
And you get special discounts and sort of things like that. So it's definitely worth signing up to. Anyway, that means I have Amazon Prime. Now, the TV show that I am recommending to you, my sister actually told me about it, and she was like, it is some of the best television I've ever watched. And I was like, surely not. Like, not old mate doing this show. I don't think, Anyway, I turned it on this one day, and it was the first time in a very long time that my phone was not a distraction for a television show. I was glued to the screen, the drama of it all, the way it's filmed, the suspense, the things they're doing in the show, everything about it, I was like just so on board for that I didn't even touch my phone. I then we did a Friendsmas at the end of last year.
You told me about it.
I came up to yours and I said, let me tell you about this TV show, doll. You need to watch this. You watched it. You loved it too.
Yeah, so I've only watched up to like where that episode was.
Yeah,
so there's probably more that I haven't watched, so don't spoil it.
Yeah, okay, no worries. Basically, I know you're all on the edge of your seat.
And by the way, it's the most unexpected fucking show. Like, you would not even pick Matt to watch it. I reckon if Matt, like, you'll see what I mean.
Yeah. So the show is Mr. Beast Games.
And if you don't know who Mr. Beast is, he's like the most popular YouTuber ever. Mm-hmm. He's got so much money, it's not even funny.
He's got those videos that are like curing 1,000 people's blindness and doing real life Squid Game and all the rest of that. And I guess this show is a reality show where he takes 1,000 contestants, literally puts them in this
world
city
that he's built.
Yeah. They all sleep in there and they all complete these challenges. The challenges are so creative, so smart, so fun.
And yet so simple.
And yeah, so simple.
The thing is as well, the money that he gives away in this show is like nothing you've ever fucking seen before.
Yep.
Like there's like a big grand prize at the end.
$5 million
USD. But
USD.
He gives away millions of other dollars from the first game.
Yes.
Like, it's wild. And like, I can vouch for this show. I've never watched Mr. Beast. It's not really my thing. I feel like he's more targeted to like teenage boys in America. This show is like nothing you've ever seen before, and he's broken the world record of most amount of money ever given away in any prize show in the history of the world.
And there's so many records because he's also broken the record for the most game show money given away in the first episode of the series as well, because that never happens. No one ever gives money away.
It's amazing. If you loved like Big Brother Friday night games, you will love this because it gives that sort of vibe, and it's obviously inspired by Squid Game if you've watched that as well, which we might talk about a little later. And it shows you humanity at its worst and at its best,
Yes.
I think, as well. Like, there's a lot of emotion in the show.
Yeah, people form alliances, then stab each other in the back.
Because there's money dangling in front of their face.
There's actually one part of the show which I will tell you about, which I guess is kind of a spoiler
alert.
But it's one tiny piece of the puzzle, and I don't think it's that big of a deal. Basically, there's one part of the show, and I think maybe episode 3, where he says, you've all got to know each other now. Get into group of 3s with the people that you're closest to in this competition. So they all get their besties. The 3 besties all get together. They're all like, oh my God, love you. We're going to do the next challenge together. This is so exciting. He then locks everyone in different rooms in their groups of 3. And then when they're in the room, he says, right, you've got 5 hours to decide. One of you must be eliminated from the competition in each room. Mm-hmm. You have to talk to each other and figure out which one of that is going. And of course, that means they're saying goodbye to the chance at $5 million. This means that he has made them form the relationship, become very close with people. He's then told them to get with their besties. He's then put them in a room and said, now you've got to confront each other. You've only just gotten to know each other. And you've only just formed a relationship, but now you need to decide which one of you is going to say goodbye to $5 million and just eliminate yourself from the competition, and the other 2 people in the room get to go on. And
another, again, spoiler, but like there's so much more to the show that this really isn't a spoiler.
So much happens that it's
when
fine.
They're in those rooms, like they're tiny little white cubes, like it's a white room with nothing else, but because he's got so much fucking money, one thing that they were able to do in that room is ask for anything they want. Mm-hmm. They were allowed, there was a phone on the wall, and they were allowed to ask for anything in the world that they want. And as you can imagine, they got 5 hours. Everyone was getting so creative and calling up and asking for all sorts of rogue random shit. Mm-hmm. And I'd recommend watching it just for that element alone, because it just shows you like what people are really like. There was some sore fucking losers in there that I was so mad at. And I'm messaging Matt going, those sore fucking losers, like, because they all like they were playing games with one another, and then, whoever lost, they were the one that went home, because it's the only fair way to like work it out. Yes. And then people were refusing to leave even though they lost the game.
But we forgot to say that if they couldn't come to a decision, all three of them got eliminated.
All 3 of them go.
So someone had to go, otherwise all 3 got eliminated.
And there were some fucking sore losers in there, let me tell you. I was yelling at the TV. I'm messaging Matt like, that sore fucking loser guy. And Matt's like, that would be me.
That would be me. If I'm not winning, no one is. I'm going down with all of yours, love. Sorry.
Would that be you?
I'm sinking this motherfucking ship.
Would that be you, even if you lost a game?
Yeah.
It was fair and square.
I don't know. No, I don't know if I lost fair and square. Yeah, I'd probably still go, no, I'm not going. Sorry.
Fuck.
Because then hopefully someone else goes and I get to stay in the game. Either I'm going home and giving up my chance, or there's nothing more that I could have done in that situation. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but they all agreed to play games with one another. And then if you lose, you should go, because that's what a lot of people did. Yeah. But that one fucking guy?
Yeah, I know you hated him.
Oh, I would punch him in the face if I was there. Bring back violence. Bring back violence.
Anyway, watch Mr. Beast games. Did you end up watching Squid Game over the break?
Yeah,
What'd you think of it?
Have you watched it?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Yeah, spoiler alert, but not really. So Squid Game season 2 came out over the holidays on Boxing Day, didn't it come out? Mm-hmm. Binged it in a day.
Same.
I love that show.
Yeah.
I feel like it obviously left us all on a massive cliffhanger because they're preparing for season 3. But I overall really liked it. And can we just talk about like the merry-go-round game for a second?
That was the best.
I know.
That was the best episode.
Again, like spoiler, but we're not really giving that much away. Like there's so much that happens in the season, but they introduce a new game. Should we explain how the game works? Or surely everyone's seen it.
Yeah, I reckon if you haven't seen it by now, you probably can't be bothered watching.
Yeah.
I will say, not as good as season 1. We spent way too much time on voting.
Yeah, that was annoying.
40 minutes on an episode of voting.
Yeah,
I was like,
stupid.
come on.
And I'll tell you what I think as well.
But big reflection on society. I got what they were trying to do.
Yeah, that's
you
a
know
good
what I
message.
mean?
But the one thing that I think as well, Matt, if you've got a room of, let's say, 100 people, what are the odds that it's fucking 50-50? Do you know what I mean? Like, how is it always 50-50 for them, or like one extra? Like, don't you think in real life it would be more vastly one side versus the other?
Well, look at the elections and things that happen. They're
True.
very close. They're often very, very close. And that's, I think, what the message of the show was, is it only takes one person to make a difference.
Exactly.
I think that's the whole
But
premise.
I'm like, come on, fucking someone. I would never play Squid Game, would you?
Yeah, because I genuinely think I could win.
I've
just got such an inflated
So everyone
ego
knows
that I'm going, well, that's easy.
Everyone knows the red light, green light game at the start, because that was in season 1. We can talk about that. They play that game again where that doll's head spins around and then they've got to run, they've got to stop and freeze. And if they move, they get shot. I think if Squid Game happened in real life and that game existed in real life, most people would die in that game because as soon as one person moves and you hear those gunshots, I think in real life everyone would start running and screaming because you couldn't stay still when you're watching someone get shot, and just the sound, like, you would react.
Yeah.
So I think if it was in reality, most of the contestants would die in that game.
Yeah, and I also think the only thing that bugs me about Squid Game is half of it is you're also at everyone else's expense, like similar to Mr. Beast games. Like, you could get eliminated because of other people's actions.
Well, like, think of in the red light, green light, as soon as one person gets shot, people start panicking and freaking out. They start running. They're just going to run straight into
Bump
you.
into
Like, you're
you.
going to get knocked
And then
over
you're
because of
dead
other
too.
people. So I think
Yeah.
if it was in real life, you'd die in that game. But yeah, I think the merry-go-round game that they introduced, that's the scariest game of all.
Really?
Like, yeah, well, the glass jumping game from season 1, that's petrifying. Like, you know when they'd
Yeah.
leap across the ladder and the glass will either break or not?
Yeah.
And then you fall to your death.
Yeah.
But the merry-go-round one, like, that's petrifying, running to a door and hoping that you're going to get in.
Yeah.
No thanks. Like, I was on the edge of my seat.
Yeah. I loved it. Thought the budget was through the roof.
It was.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. Highly
Anyway,
recommend.
highly
Mr.
recommend.
Beast games
Yeah.
and Squid Game. My royal flush is a very selfish and personal one. Well, it's not really selfish, but my royal flush is the fact that I am back on YouTube.
Oh, yes. Congratulations. Welcome back. Or I shouldn't say welcome back. I'm not there. But anyway, good to see you back. I'm also loving it, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know. We've spoken about our YouTube days a lot on the pod.
Yeah.
And it's just like an idea that I've had. It'd be good to make a comeback. Oh, I can't be bothered. But we just thought, fuck it, let's do it. So we're back on YouTube. It's my old channel that I had, Brittney Lee Saunders, but we've rebranded it to be like Fate and me. So it's a bit of my personal life, and we're going to be showing a lot of what we get up to at Fate. Just in longer form content, because I feel like our eyes and hands are really exhausted from all the short form content that we've been soaking in over the last couple of years. So we thought, why not get back on YouTube for anyone that wants to watch what we're up to in longer form? And I'm loving it.
Yeah, good.
I think you might have to join me.
Well, I've been watching and I'm loving that you're doing like kind of like a vlog, but then you also, it's almost like watching an episode of the Kardashians. You've got like your vlog going on or what you're talking about, but then you kind of cut to like an interview style kind of confessional, but then you've also got references. Like if you reference like
An
in
old
the recent
video.
vlog with Wade, you're like, this is Wade, you might remember him from my old videos. Then you actually play the old video
Yeah.
in there. I really love like that you put all the context in there.
Yeah. And I think it shows people as well, like how long I've been doing this for. Because when I've been playing these old videos, I put the year on the screen. It's like 2012.
Yeah.
And for people, I guess, that haven't followed me the whole time, they're going to see that and go, holy fuck, like she's been making these videos forever.
Yeah.
And I will say, like, that first vlog that I did was quite rushed because I filmed it on a weekend and like quickly did it. But I want our like videography to get even better.
Yeah.
And yeah, we kind of want to do like vlogs, but like make it feel a bit more put together. And I'm sure there'll be vlogs that are just like chucked up and whatever. And I did a bonus video randomly, which was really fun. But we want to make them feel like kind of, like a mini reality episode with little cutaway interviews and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just loving being back, Matt. Like even logging in and like uploading and putting the title and thumbnail
Is
picture.
everything pretty much the same?
Pretty much. Like it's just a bit more detailed now.
Yeah.
But I'm just loving that. Like just, and then looking at the YouTube Creator Studio and I said this on my story, but like I didn't know that I keep feeling something on my toe and I keep thinking it's like a spider. Anyway, sorry. Like obviously Matt and I used to do YouTube back in the day and we would like earn money off it, and it's called a YouTube partner. That's when you make money off.
Which, by the way, I never made hardly anything from YouTube AdSense.
That's fucked.
It was crazy. Like I think my biggest month was like $112, and I was like, fuck yeah.
I mean, it's better than nothing, but that's not good.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
in comparison to what everyone else was earning. But as I was saying to you the other day, my CPM, which is like how much you get paid per 1,000 views on average or something, that was always like 11 cents. Mm-hmm. Whereas like a lot of other people's were at like $1.50, sometimes even up to $11 I've heard of. So it's like, I think I had a real low one, probably because I was so rogue.
Probably.
They were like, advertisers don't want to pay for you.
So true. Well, anyway, I didn't realize that I had lost my YouTube partnership. Like I was no longer a YouTube partner. So when I signed back up this like in January, I had to like apply. You had to wait to apply again because you have to have a certain amount of views and all this sort of shit. And I've applied and I just need to put in like my passport and stuff to prove that I am who I am. But now I'm eligible to make money through the YouTube channel again.
Nice.
So I put up 3 YouTube videos already. The first one, which is like my best one, which was the first video back and it's got the most amount of views, unfortunately is not eligible for ads because in one of my old videos, I've got a Havana Brown song playing in the background when I'm like, hi, I'm Brittney Saunders and I'm 18 from Newcastle. There's this like, we run, yes, we run the night.
We run.
So with YouTube, they're like so onto it. If there's like a song in the background, boom, you can't have ads. But anyway, I only flicked on the AdSense the other day and my CPM is $1.50 or whatever. So for every 1,000 views, I get $1.50. So off the 2 videos that are monetized, I've made $165.
There you go.
Which I'm pretty impressed.
That's more than I made in a fucking month.
I'm pretty impressed. And obviously the more videos that you upload, like you just keep earning that CPM. And the CPM thing goes up and down. Like some days it'll be $2, some days it'll be 10 cents, whatever. But what I've decided what I'm going to do with the ad money is do something cool with it. And I don't know if I'm going to do it once a month or once every 3 months, but I want to put that money that I use towards something. It could be, I don't know if we're going to do it. What do you think? Monthly or quarterly? Depends what it's going to be. It could be random, but like I might do a big...
Depends how much it is.
Yeah, that as well. It could be just $200 forever.
Yeah.
But we want to like use that money to do something. So like 1 month or whatever, it could just be I'm doing like some giveaways.
Nice.
Another month we might have everyone vote on a charity that we're going to donate it to. If I earn fucking enough, like we could throw a cool big event or something for everyone.
Yep.
But I just want to use that money for good and like, you know, to give back to the community and give to charities and stuff, because I'm not making the YouTube videos to like line my pockets. Not that I think it's going to be all that much, but I want to just do something cool with it.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited. So please go and watch my YouTube videos if you haven't already.
Nice.
And Matt, it's so nostalgic to be back and like I'm in the comments section writing back to everyone. It just feels like a blast from the past. So I mean, people are still on YouTube from like back in our YouTube days, but I feel like all the OGs need to make a comeback. You? Dedicated?
Yeah. You know,
Michael Finch?
I did.
Shani Grimman, where are you?
Carissa Purkis, what are you doing?
Is she still on YouTube? I don't know.
She? I know Shan XO's still uploading.
Yeah. Like some of the OGs are still there, but I feel like we need to have a comeback year in 2025.
All right.
And everyone needs to come back. So
I did think about it. Remember, I almost reactivated my channel and did vlogs when I turned 29. I turned 29 and I was like, I don't want to have any regrets when I turn 30. Well, that went out the bloody window. But at the time, I was like, for my 29th birthday, I was like, maybe I'll go and buy myself a new vlog camera. And I vlog for 12 months in my last year of my 20s. And then I never got around to doing it and I couldn't be bothered. But I definitely wanted to, because when I think of YouTube, the only videos that I miss making are vlogs. They're so fun. It's like a therapy session sometimes. You get everything off your chest. You tell everyone. And these days on my social media, I mean, back in the day when we did YouTube, we would say things like, you know, you only see like a small portion of our day.
In a YouTube video, you can show your whole day.
I know, but now that is even like times 10 that statement, because like you really are seeing hardly anything of my day when it comes down to it, which I don't do intentionally, but it's almost as if that's just the way, like the world has just been conditioned to have shorter content and less people actually want to know. I mean, people want to know more, but they're wanting to consume less, I guess. So anyway, I also have the whole thing about, you know, we all know about the drama of my channel and it getting demonetized and the queer videos that I was making getting hidden. We know all of that. So I'm also conscious that, like, going back, I also had about 90-something thousand subscribers. I almost hit that 100K, and the only thing I ever wanted in my life was a bloody play button.
Oh, yeah.
And then since the channel's been so inactive, like, I think it's down to like 70,000 subscribers, might even be lower, because it's been, like probably 5 years since I've uploaded a YouTube video. So I'm scared that if I went back, I mean, you're kind of proving me wrong.
Well, Matt, I'm in my analytics right now, and I felt the same coming back to YouTube, like with the channel with over 1 million subscribers. Surely everyone's just going to unsubscribe. But I've gained 3,000 subscribers.
Well, there you go.
I've probably lost some too, but it's up 2.8K, which I was surprised by.
You're convincing me to try and to maybe do it.
You should, and I'm just filming all of my videos on an iPhone. Like, iPhones are that good quality these days.
What are you shooting in, 4K or?
No, just normal.
1080?
I don't know, whatever it is when you turn the camera on.
Well, tell me, it's in the top corner.
HD 30.
You're joking. The lowest setting.
Yeah.
Is that what you film all your videos on?
Yeah.
Potato vibes. What's going on there?
And it's great quality.
Okay, fair enough.
I went and bought a new iPhone, like the iPhone 15.
Yep. Have you had to put your right over there? You're going to finish that sentence?
Not like the Pro Max. It's like the iPhone 15 Plus.
Oh, yeah, nice.
And so it's new and it's fucking great quality.
Awesome.
And I'm just filming them on there. You don't need to have a clunky camera. Like, you just have a phone.
Okay. And the stability's good? I mean, it looks good in the videos. It's not too wobbly.
No, it's perfect.
Alrighty then. Maybe this year. I mean, there's already a lot going on this fucking year, but maybe this year.
I reckon all the OGs need to come back. And then we all need to get together.
I'll text Michael. I'll say, Dol, start doing some vlogs. Let's start this again. All the OG Australian YouTubers back. Maybe that's another prediction you've made. Here we go. You're a psycho,
Mark my
Kel.
word, Addison Rae's, Brittney Spears, and all the OGs are going to come back to YouTube.
Write it down. It's
and I don't want to say I've started the trend, but we'll see. Well, something else that's just happened in the last 48 hours. TikTok being banned in America and then coming back again.
Oh, my God. You know what? I was so excited to talk about this because, you know, I write the little briefs here on a Sunday night so that we're ready for a Monday morning to record. And at the time, it had just gone down and it was mayhem on TikTok. It was absolute mayhem. Last night felt like I was in the Twilight Zone. And everyone on my For You page was Australian and everyone had like 300 followers.
I will say I hated it.
Oh, really?
Like, I genuinely think, like, obviously now since then it's come back, so that US is back on TikTok. But I was thinking, if they weren't going to come back, which I thought they definitely were going to get it back no matter what, I reckon TikTok would have become so boring for all of us.
Oh, no. I was ready to change it and have none of them on there. I mean,
really?
God bless America. Love you, darling. Kisses. But it'd be nice to just have
Do you really
one
think,
place.
Though? Do you reckon, though? Like, really, when you think about it. Imagine if you were scrolling and you never saw Trisha Paytas again. Like, you never saw any of them.
I can see them on other platforms, though. I don't know. I really enjoyed myself and I think the algorithm also was really, really beneficial because although 170 million people, well, what happened was obviously the ban affected 170 million TikTok users in America. That meant there were 170 million less people who were either on live streams or posting videos or anything. So I posted a video, which funnily enough was From the Vault. I'm doing a From the Vault series on TikTok where a lot of the videos I filmed last year that never saw the light of day, I'm just deciding to like pop them on TikTok because I'm like, may as well use the content. And so I posted it, got like 300k views in a few hours. It absolutely popped off and I was like, this must be because TikTok's like, shit, there's no content. We better boost whoever's posting. And I just happened to post and it went off. And then I went live and the same thing happened. There mustn't have been many people on live. So everyone was begging for people to watch. And here I am and hundreds of people are coming in and they're all following me. Oh, it did wonders for me.
Yeah.
It was really hitting the clit. So I was all about it. But
do you beep that out when Matt says that?
hit the clit.
Yeah. You don't beep it out?
No, it's not even. Why can't we say clit? If I said hit the we'd have to beep that one out. But we'd get no, but hit the clit, though, I've literally put that. I've literally put that on a T-shirt, by the way.
Have you?
Yeah, when I did my when I released that book with Grey Lines, we did a hit the clit tee.
I will never forget when you, Tanya Hennessy, and I made a skit.
Yes.
Some of you would have seen it. Some of you probably haven't. And I'm going to post it in our broadcast channel on Instagram. So be sure to join that if you haven't already. But we did a skit about people that have just been to Bali and they've come back home. Mm-hmm. And so we were just acting out all these people and the things that they say after being home from Bali. And in one of the clips, Matt is like, I had great cocktails, wet pussy. And then you said another one, what was it? Tits, clits and bong hits. Yeah, that was really nice.
Yes, I had a cocktail over there. It was divine. It was called Tits, Clits and Bong Hits. Yeah. Look, well, when you go to Bali, though, the cocktails are all that's what they're called.
Someone in Bali needs to make a cocktail called that.
Tits, Clits and Bong Hits. Yeah, literally. My God.
Wait, what flavour would that cocktail be? Just saying.
I was envisioning.
No, if you had to genuinely give that a flavour that's real flavours.
Wait, it's in my cocktail book.
Is it?
Poor Decisions. We made a Tits, Clits and Bong Hits.
Fucking hell. I've got that book somewhere.
Yeah, have a look in there. I bought that.
Support your friends.
Thank you. It's in there somewhere.
Oh,
I'm
that's
sure.
Hilarious.
Because I think that was the whole thing. When they asked me whether I wanted to collab on something, I was like, let's do a cocktail book and they can all be funny names like Tits, Clits and Bong Hits, because that was such a iconic moment. In my social,
I remember we were like, when you're in fits of laughter and you try not to wee, that was us three when we were filming that video.
So yeah. Anyway,
that was at the same time that you nearly went through the floor. Was that same time?
The same video. It never made the end because I thought Tits, Clits and Bong Hits was so strong. I left out gangers, sangers, and sausage slangers. Wait, no, gangers, slangers, and sausage sangers. That was another one of the. Which, again, this is a different time. Gangers is probably not a nice word to describe a woman these days. But back then, anything was possible. Anyway, the point is, what the fuck were we talking about? The TikTok ban. How did we get to Tits, Clits and Bong Hits? Anyway, the TikTok ban, it's all over now. And I'm disappointed because I wanted to talk about it as if, we were still in the thick of it. But
I remember... Oh, wait. Yeah, go.
Well, I've got an important little tidbit that maybe not everyone has seen. I will say, this is what I found the most interesting about the whole situation, is this morning when I woke up, I actually saw on a few of my friends' stories some interesting things that have happened. So originally what happened was when you opened your TikTok app, if you were in America, it came up with a message that was like, sorry, TikTok is not able to be used in the US and the app won't work, and close, and there was no option but to close the app.
Yes.
This morning, TikTokers in America opened the app to see this message, which I find so strange. It says, "Welcome back. Thanks for your patience and support. As a result of President Trump's efforts, TikTok is back in the US. You can continue to create, share, and discover all the things you love on TikTok." This was then followed up with a tweet from TikTok Policy that says, with a statement from TikTok that says, "In agreement with our service providers, TikTok is in the process of restoring service. We thank President Trump for providing the necessary clarity and assurance to our service providers that they will face no penalties providing TikTok to over 170 million Americans and allowing over 7 million small businesses to thrive. It's a strong stand for the First Amendment and against arbitrary censorship. We will work with President Trump on a long-term solution that keeps TikTok in the United States." So
it's got me thinking, is this just one massive campaign to make Donald Trump look great?
Wasn't it Donald Trump who made this happen in the first place? Wasn't he the one a few years ago that was like, we need to get rid of TikTok? And then now he's like, we're going to keep TikTok.
Can you do an impersonation?
Not very well. I'm not going to try that again.
I thought you would be good at it.
No.
I saw James Charles doing one and he was really good.
Really good.
Did you see that too, Hannah?
Yeah.
Like, why was he so good at that?
Yeah, it was good. It was good, but I couldn't do a good one, so I'm not even going to try. Speaking of Mr. Beast and Mr. Beast Games, apparently he wants to try and buy it.
Yeah, that would be a lot. It would be worth hundreds of billions, surely. Don't know if he's got that much money, just saying.
Well.
Look, I'm glad that it's back because I think like TikTok's already banned from so many other countries, but America is so big and they're like the main audience or like the main people on TikTok.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anyone like bigger. I don't fucking know. Don't quote me on that.
Maybe China?
It's banned in China.
Wait, China's banned from TikTok?
Yeah.
Do they own TikTok? Doesn't TikTok own China? I mean, doesn't China, like, isn't TikTok a Chinese company?
But it's not in...
use it in China.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's sus. Maybe I do think that's a little bit sus.
Yeah, so I'm glad it's...
I can understand the confusion then. Okay, because why would they create an app that their own country couldn't use?
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Interesting.
But...
I genuinely didn't realise that.
I'm glad it's back. Number one, like you said, the 7 million small businesses that can continue to run. Like TikTok for Business is huge in America. People's whole livelihoods and jobs would have been on the fucking, out the door if TikTok actually stayed away. And also, like, I just feel like it would have eventually had a fucking effect on the economy somehow because of how big fucking TikTok is.
Yeah.
Like it would have had an effect on the economy straight away from all the American businesses that rely solely on TikTok. But also I just think TikTok would be boring if they were all gone forever. I love seeing all the celebrities on there.
Whose fucking child was that? Did I see a ghost?
No, there's a kid from one of our people in our teams.
I was like, there's
Whose
a
horse is
4-year-old
that?
behind me. I was like,
The little boy.
Yeah, okay,
You
nice.
just reminded me then of that. Whose horse is that?
Whose horse is that? Anyway,
I'm glad they're back.
I'm glad they're back too, but I really also, if it was permanently banned and that it wasn't able to happen, like, I know that you were like, I think we would get bored of it. I would be of the attitude of like, let's make something of this. They're gone. There's less competition now. We can make this a safe space. You
See,
know
I
what
reckon
I mean?
America would have started their own TikTok and then the whole world would have went over to that.
Well, yeah, but we could have had our moment to begin with. Anyway, whatever. It is what it is. And do we really care at the end of the day?
It is what it is and was what it was.
Well, I would have loved to talk about my rant of the week in today's episode, but we've run out of time. We have discussed a lot. So I'm actually going to keep my rant of the week for Friday's Close Friends episode.
All right, I'm ready.
So, would you like to say your line?
Yeah, there's another episode done and dusted.
Yeah, thanks for listening, scrollers. We bloody love you. You already know what to do. We're back for 2025. Make sure you've turned on the notifications, subscribed, all the rest of it. Leave us a review, rate us 5 stars or nothing at all. If it's not 5 stars, we don't want to fucking hear about it, all right? Pull your finger out. 5 stars, thank you. Anyway, doll, better let you go. I've got to go make a tits, clits and bong hits.